In the second round, we witnessed matches full of excitement and suspense, with the highlight being the clash between Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain. The London side came out on top with a 2-0 victory in a match that exposed clear weaknesses in PSG's defensive setup. Luis Enrique must find solutions before it's too late. Meanwhile, Bayer Leverkusen secured a valuable 3 points against a wounded AC Milan, who remain without a single point after 2 rounds, raising serious alarm bells for the Italian side. Barcelona, Manchester City, Inter Milan, Brest, Atalanta, and Borussia Dortmund all recorded comfortable wins, dominating their opponents in goal-filled performances that showcased their attacking power. Liverpool delivered a convincing performance both in style and result, defeating visitors Bologna. Aston Villa also returned from Munich with a precious victory over Bayern, thanks to a goal by Colombian striker Jean Duran. The most thrilling match of the round saw Juventus edge out RB Leipzig with a 3-2 win, in a game full of intensity and chances. As for the Madrid Giants, both failed to deliver. Real Madrid lost 1-0 to Lille, while Atlético Madrid suffered a heavy 4-0 defeat to Benfica. It's clear that their derby match in the previous round took a toll on them, both mentally and physically. Match day 3 saw Liverpool and Aston Villa continue their perfect runs, both sitting on 9 points from 3 games. Liverpool defeated a spirited RB Leipzig side at Anfield. Despite showing good performances, Leipzig have now lost all 3 matches, against Atlético Madrid, Juventus, and now Liverpool. Aston Villa, on the other hand, secured a solid 2-0 win over Bologna. Manchester City and Monaco were ruthless, each scoring 5 goals in their respective matches. Inter Milan claimed a hard-fought away win over Young Boys, while Paris Saint-Germain failed to get the job done, drawing against PSV Eindhoven. AC Milan bagged 3 important points against Club Brugge, and both Bayer Leverkusen and Atalanta settled for a draw. Meanwhile, Atlético Madrid suffered a setback, losing to Lille. The round featured 2 massive Spain versus Germany clashes. At the Santiago Bernabeu, Real Madrid hosted Borussia Dortmund. The Germans stunned the home crowd with an early goal by Dutchman Daniel Malin, followed just 5 minutes later by a second from youngster Jamie Bino Gittens. Real went into halftime 2-0 down in front of a shocked Bernabeu, but the second half told a different story. Antonio Rudiger pulled one back, and Vinicius Jr. quickly equalized. With 7 minutes remaining, Lucas Vazquez made it 3-2, and Vinicius went on to complete a stunning hat trick with a magical solo goal in stoppage time. The following day, Barcelona welcomed Bayern Munich in another thrilling showdown. Rafinha opened the scoring early, showing how much he's flourished under Hansi Flick. Bayern responded through Harry Kane, but former Bayern striker Robert Lewandowski restored Barca's lead. Just before halftime, Rafinha extended the advantage with a third, and later completed his hat trick. A statement performance that shows Barcelona are determined to claim their 6th Champions League title and return to glory after 9 long years. In matchday 4, marking the halfway point of the group stage, the UEFA Champions League delivered major surprises and dramatic shifts in momentum. The group's headline clash between Real Madrid and AC Milan ended in a shocking home defeat for Los Blancos, as Milan triumphed 3-1 at the Santiago Bernabeu. Portuguese star Rafael Leão stole the spotlight with a dazzling performance, while midfielder Tijani Reinders dominated the center of the pitch with his vision and composure. This result has raised serious questions. What is happening in Madrid? Manchester City, struggling domestically, saw their poor form spill into Europe with a heavy 4-0 defeat to Sporting Lisbon. Pressure is mounting on the legendary coach Pep Guardiola. Can he restore balance to the citizens, or is his story at City nearing its end? Inter Milan, led by Simone Inzaghi, secured a crucial 1-0 win over Arsenal in a tight, highly tactical contest. It was a battle of wits between Inzaghi and Arteta, with Inter edging it thanks to discipline and structure. In another thriller, Atlético Madrid snatched a dramatic last-minute victory against Paris Saint-Germain, while Liverpool, Bayer Leverkusen, and Barcelona all recorded dominant wins over Brest and their respective opponents. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich overcame a stern test from a determined Benfica, securing a valuable win to stay on track. Matchday 5 delivered yet another thrilling set of fixtures. All eyes were on the clash between Liverpool and a wounded Real Madrid, with many expecting a strong reaction from the Spanish giants. However, Liverpool continued their dominant run with a convincing 2-0 win, thanks to goals from Alexis McAllister and Mohamed Salah. Elsewhere, chaos unfolded for Manchester City. Pep Guardiola was left fuming after his side squandered a 3-0 lead, ending the game in a dramatic 3-3 draw that cost them 2 crucial points. Paris Saint-Germain faced a stern test against Bayern Munich in the Allianz Arena and failed to rise to the occasion, losing 1-0, a result that raises serious questions about their European credentials. Inter Milan edged past RB Leipzig with a narrow 1-0 win, sending the German side crashing out of the competition. Meanwhile, the likes of AC Milan, Atlético Madrid, Barcelona, Arsenal, Bayer Leverkusen, Atalanta, and Borussia Dortmund all secured vital victories, each taking home the full 3 points and strengthening their positions in the standings. In Matchday 6, Real Madrid returned from Atalanta's ground with a valuable 3 points. And the same can be said for Paris Saint-Germain, who overcame Salzburg away from home. Aston Villa defeated Leipzig, while Liverpool continued their perfect run with another solid win against Girona. The highlight of the round was the clash between Juventus and Manchester City, where City fell 2-0 in a gritty and determined performance by Thiago Motta's men. Meanwhile, Barcelona snatched a late win in Dortmund, with young star Lamine Yamal stealing the show. And both Bayer Leverkusen and Arsenal collected crucial wins against Inter and Monaco, respectively. In the penultimate round, there was no room for error. The headline clash of the round saw Paris Saint-Germain take on Manchester City in a high-stakes battle. The first half was marked by caution and restraint, as both sides were desperate for the 3 points to stay alive in the competition. Early in the second half, Jack Grealish opened the scoring for City, and just minutes later, Erling Haaland doubled their lead. At that point, it seemed like the match was wrapped up and PSG were all but out of the tournament, but Luis Enrique had other ideas. In the final half hour, PSG came to life with relentless attacking football. Ousmane Dembélé pulled one back, and shortly after, Bradley Barcola leveled the score with a composed finish. Just before the final whistle, young João Neves rose high to head home the third and complete the comeback. Then in stoppage time, Ramos sealed the deal with a fourth goal, shattering City's hopes in dramatic fashion. Meanwhile, the most thrilling game of the round was between Benfica and Barcelona. It was a tightly contested affair, but in the dying seconds, Rafinha scored a dramatic winner for Barca, securing a crucial 3 points in their quest for qualification. A dramatic end to the league phase of the Champions League. In the 8th and final round, group leaders Liverpool suffered their first defeat at the hands of PSV Eindhoven. However, the loss didn't stop them from holding on to first place with 21 points. Meanwhile, Barcelona, who secured second place, ended their group stage campaign with a draw against 9th-placed Atalanta. The German trio, Borussia Dortmund, Bayer Leverkusen, and Bayern Munich, all secured victories, successfully continuing their journeys in the tournament, while RB Leipzig failed to qualify and were eliminated. In Spain, both Real Madrid and Atlético Madrid claimed important wins to ensure their progression, while Girona's fairy tale run came to an end. Over in Italy, Inter Milan qualified directly to the round of 16, whereas Juventus, Atalanta, and AC Milan will have to go through the playoffs. Bologna, on the other hand, were knocked out. The English sides had mixed fortunes. Arsenal finished third overall, Aston Villa took the 8th spot, and Manchester City narrowly escaped direct elimination on goal difference alone. Guardiola must now try to forget the disastrous first half of the season and focus on what's ahead. One of the biggest surprises of the tournament was Lille. The French side managed to impose themselves against stronger opponents and clinch 7th place, securing a spot in the round of 16. As for Paris Saint-Germain, Luis Enrique managed to correct the team's course just in time, avoiding a bigger disaster. They'll continue their campaign through the playoff round.